Welcome to Jacksonville Buzz. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and joining me in the studio is Chandler Wilder with Jacksonville Footvolley. Chandler, how you doing?
Good, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
So tell us about, what is footvolley?
So footvolley, basically, you play 2v2. It's like volleyball. You play on the sand.
Okay.
You literally play the same rules of volleyball.
Yeah.
The only difference is you don't use your hands.
Okay.
So you use your chest. You can use your head, shoulder, knees, legs, whatever you want. You can use it just without your hands.
I don't want to say it's the same as soccer, but the same rules as soccer in general.
Pretty much.
I didn't realize it was on the sand. So
yeah.
All right. So you can literally sacrifice your body.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. And the cool part is like who I partner with is called the Pro Footvolley Tour. His name is Sergio Menendez.
Okay.
He was my mentor in the sport. He got me into it. We're kind of working in a transition to where we actually you can play on the grass.
Okay.
So for people that don't want to play on the sand, you're like, hey, I just want to play on the grass. We're like, all right, cool.
So you told me off camera that the sport's been around for a while. So what's the origination of the sport?
So the argument is it started in the 50s,
Yeah.
1956. It was in Rio de Janeiro. This guy, I think, is Oscar de Moraes. I forget.
Yep.
When it comes to the Portuguese last names, it's so hard. But apparently the first known game was there. They weren't allowed to play at the local beach or something like that, and so they went to a local volleyball court to where they could play.
Yeah.
And that's how the sport started coming about.
Yeah.
But the other cool part is that while it was happening in Brazil, the other country that was happening in is in Israel. So between those two, who really knows where it actually started?
Gotcha. We won't reference Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Okay. So since the 1950s it's been around. So where's the sport at? Where's it really popular now, and how's the popularity in the U.S.? Is it starting to take hold? Do you see it locally or parts of the country where it's taking hold?
So it's definitely growing. And like I said, Brazil and Israel, it's growing between like South America. It's starting to really grow in Central America. It's more of like a beach soccer scene for that area.
Yeah.
But as far as like Chile, Peru, my first actual time I got to travel was in Peru. And then, like I said, I got to go to Sao Paulo, Brazil for a month and just trained in it. So, but it's growing here in the States. Like it's growing in Chicago, California, even Texas. And whoever would have thought of Texas, right?
Yeah, take your cowboy boots off.
Exactly. So and you also got South Florida, which is really, really popular, Central Florida. There's actually a club, I think it's at Cornell. They started, or Ithaca, one of those schools up there, they're starting a footvolley club. Okay. So even Toronto's got it. I mean, it's growing even in Europe. There's even a league called the European Footvolley League. Okay. And they have there's actually like a little World Cup too. So in the United States, it's like I said, it's starting to grow.
So for Jacksonville Footvolley, is it a league here where there's teams that play each other, or is it folks that come up as part of the chapter or the organization, and you guys set up games or matches to play one another? And do you guys travel at all or no?
Right, and so my goal is to have that. Like right now we're just having people come in. I have like a little WhatsApp group chat, and we'll have people we'll all get together and invite people. So right now it's kind of just getting numbers. Okay. Eventually we want to have to where we have tournaments here. Yep. I'm currently in talks with Footvolley in Kenya. We're wanting to host like a little tournament here too. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
So if folks are out there and they're watching, how do they find you? How do they find your organization?
So right now I'm working on a website. Okay. I'm kind of doing this like solo pretty much. Gotcha. I'm by myself doing this. Yeah. I do have an Instagram. It's at FootvolleyJacks. At FootvolleyJacks. So for people that want to follow it, that's the best way.
Okay, we'll take that information. We'll put it in the show notes so people can connect.
Definitely. And then I'm also on Facebook too for Jacksonville Footvolley.
Okay. And on Facebook, we'll put that there too. So where do you see the sport going in the next 5 to 10 years potentially?
I see it growing. I mean, with the way pickleball grew so fast, I don't see why not add in a new sport. Yeah, I mean,
it's like electric cars.
Exactly. Anytime that you bring in a new sport somewhere, people are going to hit it. And Jacksonville needs something new. It needs something else. Like soccer culture here back in like 2010 to 2014 was so huge, and it kind of slowly died down. I feel like it's on the rise again.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you add in some new sport, like there was a beach soccer tournament here almost like a year or two ago.
Yep.
So I feel like this is opportunity for a new sport to come in.
It's great. And like we talked about off camera, 1,000 people move to Florida every day. And
right.
not all those folks are of retirement age. There's people that are even folks of retirement age can come out and play.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So,
yep.
So what we'll do, we'll take all your information, we'll put it in our show notes, we'll publish it so folks that are interested can make contact with you both on Facebook and Instagram. Anything else we need to know about foot volley before we wrap it up?
The cool part about this sport, and I feel like this will get a lot of attention and people start doing it, is it's co-ed too. So you can play a girl and a guy versus a girl and a guy, or you want to do like a fun thing where a girl versus guy.
Yeah.
And then you can even do where you have youth involved. And so it's a sport that's for everybody. It's not just for guys versus guys and girls versus girls. You can mix it up.
Totally inclusive. That's awesome. Chandler, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Hey, folks, check us out on all forms of social media. We'll publish in our show notes all the links to Jack's Footvolley. Thank you for coming in again, Chandler, and talking to us about what you're trying to do to help out our community here in Northeast Florida. Folks, if you like what you see, please share us, connect with us on all forms of social media, and live with gratitude. See you at our next segment.